You knew this was going to happen. With the popularity of ethanol in the last few years, with gas prices now averaging around $3.60 a gallon, eventually someone was going to come along with a way to produce ethanol at home. Now, before you laugh, realize that the man we're going to talk to invented the sensor technology that made Nintendo's Wii so popular. Joining us for today's One Good Idea segment is Thomas Quinn, who's founder and CEO of eFuel Corporation. Mr. Quinn, good to see you. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Bill.
So many questions. Let's get to it here. We have videotape of the eFuel 100 microfueler, a home ethanol maker. You can use this at a business as well. It's essentially the size of a large appliance at home, right?
That's correct.
And it uses, you make sugar-based ethanol with this, right?
Yeah, the premise behind this is the sugar is the natural process of making any ethanol. Corn is a starch that must be converted into a sugar before it can be processed into ethanol, and that's why it's gotten some controversy. Brazil has shown that it can be very effective to make sugar-based ethanol. It's good for carbon reduction purposes and what have you.
Okay. It's going to cost me $10,000 for one of these babies, but with a possible federal tax rebate, the price goes down to $7,000. Even then, does it make economic sense to buy one of these, given the state of the cost of gasoline and ethanol otherwise?
Absolutely. In 1916, Henry Ford, our creator of the automobile, predicted this would happen. And he made his original cars in 1908, the Model T Ford, run off of ethanol, and said one day, for every barrel of oil that we're consuming, we're going to have to go back and consume a barrel of alcohol. So what microfueler does in our company is the premise of localizing the production of ethanol. We've invented a new membrane system that makes it very safe and simple to make ethanol right at home or a small business organization. It has a pump structure similar to your gas station. You just pick up the hose. It's got a 50 long foot hose. You can drag it over to your car, pump it up. The cost is extremely cheap. With our carbon credit program, the feedstock that you can put into the sugar will make ethanol under $1 a gallon. I think it's going to make sense everywhere.
Though? What about quality control? Is a gallon of ethanol out of that machine going to be consistent with what I can get out of a commercial gas pump?
It's actually better than commercial ethanol right now because the purity of alcohol is, to get it close to 100%, we're running around 99% ethanol alcohol, which is much better than you'd get at ethanol from a commercial plant. It's due to the polymer membrane that we use. It's very efficient on extracting the water, which is what the big purpose of getting ethanol is extracting water from the alcohol to make it pure.
And do I just fill my tank with this, or am I going to need some gasoline as well? Can I run my car just on ethanol?
It's very compatible with two things. Interestingly enough, the education behind it is you can mix our ethanol right in your tank with your normal gasoline. So you fill your car up with a quarter tank of gasoline or half a tank, come home and fill it up the rest with eFuel ethanol. Or if you want to break free and run completely on ethanol at all and not run on oil and eliminate the gas station completely, you can actually dilute ethanol with water, which is very common in the early days, and it's done very well right now, and actually lowers your cost because your octane level is running about 120 with ethanol versus gasoline in the high 80s.
There it is, the website address. I know we get plenty of questions about it. eFuel, the number 100, eFuel100.com is the website address to get more information about this. Mr. Quinn, truly one good idea. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.